Good evening, everyone, here on Kingfisher Yoga. This is Mary Benish coming to you for about a 45-minute slow power flow. We will be practicing Warrior 3. We will be practicing Balancing Half Moon, Pyramid Pose. So if you want to go ahead and grab a block or two to help with that balance, that would be great. Otherwise, this will be a slower flow, taking a little bit more time to get our footing in between our poses. So go ahead, grab your blocks, and we will go ahead and get started. We are going to start in seated tonight. So go ahead and just get comfortable in the middle of your mat. Get your sits bones nice and grounded. And for those of you just joining, this will be about a 45-minute slow power flow. If you want to grab a block or two, might need those for Warrior 3 and Balancing Half Moon tonight. So just starting as we normally do with coming into your space. Sometimes we are kind of busy during the day, kind of rushing to get to our mat. So at the beginning of practice, always just a great time to get grounded, get centered, and just start to come into your breath. No matter what our practice, but I find especially in power, the more that I can really tune into my breath and be present in the breath in the moment, helps me to concentrate, helps me to regain balance a little bit better. So just taking a few breaths here to center and breathe. Maybe closing the eyes. And taking note if there's any part of the body that might need a little extra attention tonight. Just making sure to acknowledge that and that you may need to honor that part of the body. Paying a little closer attention to it, paying a little bit more love or a little bit more grace throughout practice. And also a great time here at the beginning of practice to set an intention if you wish to do so. And then as a community, let's just take a couple of nice deep breaths. So yeah, on the inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead. Exhale, just sweeping the arms back down. Really filling the lungs, the belly, the ribs. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. Nice big inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. This time on the exhale, we're going to go ahead and twist off to the right. So left hand comes to that right knee, right hand plants behind us. And just starting to peek over that right shoulder, getting a bit of a twist here. We're going to do some twisting during practice tonight, so just warming up the spine. And then releasing any grip. Inhale up. Exhale, twisting off to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale off to the right. Won't stay here as long, but again, taking a peek over that right shoulder, maybe giving a little bit more of a pull with that left hand on the knee, and then inhale up off to the other side. So facilitating a little bit more of a twist. And then inhale up, exhale, finding our cat pose. So on the exhale, tucking the chin and winding the spine. And then inhale to find cow. So chest comes forward, chin up. Exhale to cat. Finding your own pace here. Finding your own breath, moving through some cat and cows. And then taking any other movements, sometimes some circles feels good, but finding anything that you feel your body might need right now to help it get warmed up. And then coming back to center, gently making our way into our tabletop position. And once in tabletop, finding that nice neutral spine. So long line from the top of the head to the tailbone. Exhale. Inhale, taking any movements that you might want here, maybe a couple of cat-cows. And then coming to neutral and center. Left arm goes long, right leg goes long. Flexed foot in that right foot, fingertips, left fingertips are pointing long. Finding our balance here and breathing, not holding your breath. And then we're going to go ahead and just open up to a diagonal. This tests the balance in a different way. So both the left arm, right leg are diagonal here. And we are balancing, so really engaging those abs. We're working them right off the bat. Coming back to center, inhale, extending nice and long, and then exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach long, come back to center. Same thing on the other side. So first finding neutral spine, taking any movements that you need to kind of wash that out a little bit. And then right arm long, left leg long. Flexed foot in the left foot, fingertips, right fingertips are pointing nice and long. Abs are engaged. And then opening up diagonal. Plug into your breath. And coming back to center. Nice and long, inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale long. And back to tabletop. From tabletop, step back into our first high plank of the night. Shoulders are over those wrists. We have a nice long line all the way from the base of the neck, actually the top of the head all the way to the tailbone. We're breathing here, abs are engaged. Inhale, exhale, lower halfway. Inhale up, push back, downward facing dog. So in your first downward facing dog of the night, start to walk those feet out, maybe really taking some deep movements through the knees and the hips, warming up the joints here. And then come to stillness in our downward facing dog. Come up to the toes, and then just like a wave, moving forward, so we're curling through the spine, pushing up through the shoulders, and then find our high plank. Now we're going to reverse that wave, push through the hands, push up through the shoulder blades, curl that spine, and shift back downward facing dog. One more the other way, push up to the toes, tailbone up, curling through the spine, shift forward, high plank. Ground through that left hand. We're just going to take that right hand, sweep it forward once, twice, nice big circles. Plant the right hand and left arm, 2 nice big circles. And then we're going to reverse it. Right hand, backwards, twice. Woo! And left, backwards, twice. And stopping here. And now we're going to make our way to Malasana at the top of the mat. So you can either hop, float, jump, walk, skip. However, you want to get to the top of the mat in Malasana pose. So knees are nice and wide. Heels are pointing in, toes are pointing out at a 45-degree angle. And we're just giving a little bit of a push through the hips, stretching them out a little bit. Easy stretches. Maybe rock back and forth, side to side, whatever feels good for you. And then come to stillness, hands come down on the mat, step that right foot back into lizard pose. So in lizard, the hands are in the center of the mat and that left foot is on the outside of that left hand. So that right leg is either nice and long, or if it's more comfortable for you to have that knee on the mat, take that. Wherever you are, but we're getting a nice stretch through the front of that leg. Grounding through the hands, we're going to pop that right foot right back up. Find our Malasana. So we're sitting right back down in our Malasana, maybe taking some rocks back and forth again. And then come to stillness, hands plant. This time, left foot steps back, and we find our lizard pose on the right. So again, either the knee is on the mat or leg is nice and long. Plugging into your breath. And we're going to pop that left foot right up. Find our Malasana just for a moment. Pause here. And then hands come down, and we're either going to walk back or pop ourselves back into high plank. So pausing here in high plank, inhale to prepare, exhale, lowering all the way down. Inhale, heart shines forward to cobra, lift the fingers off of the mat, roll those shoulder blades back. Exhale, heart meets the mat, pushing back, downward facing dog. Looking forward to the hands, stepping or hopping up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, right back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands plant, step or hop back. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lowering halfway down this time. Chaturanga arms. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming back to our downward facing dog. Just pausing here for a moment. And then right leg raises up, three-legged dog, opening up the hip, circling that hip a little bit, and then leg is straight up, behind. Inhale, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Pause here. Really pull that knee up. And then set the right foot down. Find our high crescent lunge. Woo, so we're settling in here, high crescent lunge. Left leg is nice and long, heart is shining forward. Let's inhale and reach. Exhale, release those shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, left hand forward, right hand back. So keeping our twist, we're going to bring those those left fingertips down and touch the right toes. Come right back up. And then right fingertips touch the back of that left leg. Circle the hands down. Right foot steps back. High plank. So from high plank, finding side plank off to the right. So opening up to the right. Find our star leg. So raise that right leg. From here, find stargazer. So right toes come behind the body. Right arm sweeps up and open. Opening the heart and the hips. Everything up toward the sky. From here, with control, coming back to our high plank in the center. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, left leg raises up behind, opening that left hip. Weight is evenly distributed through the hands, maybe rotating that hip a little bit. And then left leg straight up behind. Inhale, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up, exhale, knee to nose. Pause here, really pull that knee up. And then left foot steps forward. Find our high crescent lunge. Find your breath. Soften those shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Left hand forward, right hand back. Inhale, sweep forward. Exhale, coming off to the other side. So right hand forward, left hand back. Right fingers touch the left toes, losing my balance here. And then we're shifting back, and left fingertips to the back of that right leg. Cartwheeling the hands down, find our high plank. From high plank, find star in your side plank. So first find your side plank. Then left leg raises into star. Then left toes come behind. Left arm sweeps up and open, finding stargazer. And then slow and with control, coming back to our high plank. And here's where you have an option. Take your flow or find child's pose. So either in downward facing dog or child's pose. Take a couple breaths. Slow your breath. I'm getting winded. So find your breath. Tune into it. Take a couple of nice, slow, deep breaths, and we will meet back in downward facing dog. So take a little peek up toward the top of the mat, maybe get your block. Right leg raises up behind, inhale. Exhale, shift forward, right knee to elbow. Inhale up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Then raise that knee up a little bit higher toward the armpit, and then step the right foot down. Find our warrior one. So in warrior one, all of our toes are facing forward. Both hips facing forward. Shoulders are soft. Inhale as we reach. Exhale, hands come down. Frame that right foot. Might need to step that left foot up a little bit. Straighten that front leg. Find pyramid pose. So this is where sometimes a block comes in handy. So either the block up by the foot or hands are framing the right foot. But maybe start to melt the chest over the leg. Nose toward the knee. Feeling a nice stretch through the back of that right leg. And on your next inhale, shift forward. Heart shines forward. We bend that front knee. And then exhale, shift back. Pyramid. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, pyramid. One more time. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, pyramid. So from here, left hand plants on the inside of that right foot or on your block, opening up for twisted pyramid. So we're opening up toward the right side. And we're breathing, yes. And sometimes it feels good to bring that right hand to the lower back. We can kind of flatten that out a little bit. Helps to open the chest a little bit more. And then on your next inhale, nice and big breath. And then bring the hand down. Planting the hand on the inside of that right foot or on the block and opening up the other way. So again, we're working to keep the hips flat. So if we find ourselves opening up here, which I do sometimes, bring that left hand to the lower back and then just open up and take a gaze off toward that left shoulder. And bringing the hand down, stepping that right foot back, finding our flow. So inhale to prepare in our plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, heart shines forward. Roll those shoulder blades back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot raises up behind. Nice big inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Then raising that knee up a little bit higher toward the armpit. Step that left foot forward. Find your warrior one. Relax those shoulders. Find your breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands come down. Find that pyramid pose. So straighten that left leg. Chest melts over the left leg. Nose toward the knee. Maybe pull that left hip back a little bit, right hip forward. Help to even them out a little bit. And on your next inhale, bend that left knee. Heart shines forward. Exhale, back to pyramid. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. From here, find that block. Bring the hand on the inside of that left foot. And opening up toward the left-hand side, finding that revolved pyramid on this side. Maybe bringing that left hand to the back. Make sure we're nice and even through the hips. And bringing the left hand down. Left hand comes to the inside of that left foot and opening up to the other side. So opening up toward the right. And now again, this is where I know I find myself really opening those hips. So I want to bring that right hand to that lower back. Keep those hips evened out and then open up. Your breath, are you controlling your breath? Really zone in. And both hands come down. Frame that left foot steps back. Find our high plank. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, heart shines forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg raises up behind. Inhale. Exhale, over to the left elbow. Inhale up behind. Exhale, knee to the left elbow. Inhale up behind. Exhale, knee to the left elbow. Pausing here. And then step that right foot through. Find our high crescent lunge. Settling in. Shoulders are soft. Now from here, heading straight into warrior three. So ground through, find your footing through that right foot, and then take a step, step, step with that left foot, or a launch forward, find your warrior three. So in your warrior three, hands at heart center maybe, or find that T, whatever your warrior three is for you. But we're going to add a little bit of a challenge here. We're going to point that left toe and keeping our back straight, keeping our hips both pointing toward the floor, we're going to lower the right toes to the floor and then lift them right back up, slow and controlled. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Find our warrior three again. Hands come down toward the mat and find standing split. So we're still grounded through that right foot. Left leg raises up behind. Little added difficulty, maybe raising one hand or the other off of the mat. Ooh. And then bring that left foot down to meet the right. Shake the legs out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping both feet back, downward facing dog. This time, left leg raises up behind. Inhale, exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale up. Last time, I think I did one more on this side. Knee to elbow, bring it up just a little bit higher, and then step that left foot through. Find our high crescent lunge. Settling in, nice deep bend through that left leg. Shoulders are soft. Find your breath. And find our warrior three. So either launching off, finding a step, step, step. And then once you've found your warrior three, pointing those right toes and lowering the toes toward the mat. 5. Now this is nice and slow and controlled. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Find that warrior three again. Hands come to the mat, standing split. And now maybe wanting to challenge yourself by raising the hands up off of the mat. Maybe not, just an option. And then right foot comes down to meet the left. Find your forward fold. Shake those legs out a little bit. Woo! Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, right back down, forward fold. Step or hop, those feet back. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, heart shines forward, upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Looking forward to the top of the mat. Stepping or hopping up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink to chair. So finding our chair here. Hands are either at heart center or up overhead. If they're up overhead, bring hands to heart center, hinge forward, and that left elbow comes to the right knee. Pushing the palms together, that helps to facilitate a little bit more of a twist. So from here, ground through that right foot, lift the left foot up off of the mat, and step it back. We're in a twisted lunge. So we still have our twist here. And we're breathing. And then again, grounding through that right foot. And we're going to step that left foot right back up. Find our twisted chair. From here, come up to the tippy toes and start to lower the bum down. Almost so we're sitting on the heels. We're up on our toes. So go ahead and release the hands. Well, actually, I shouldn't have had you release the hands. Either stay here in your twisted chair on our tiptoes. This is challenging. Or if you want to add a side crow, if that is in your practice, go ahead, find your side crow. Take a couple rounds of that if you'd like. Otherwise, staying up in that chair on your tiptoes is quite the challenge in itself. And we'll all meet back on our tiptoes in our twisted chair. Raise up onto the tippy toes, then lower the heels down. Find your forward fold. Shake the legs out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink to chair. We get to do it all on the other side. So sinking to your chair, hinging forward, right elbow to the outside of that left knee, pushing the palms together, facilitating that twist. Grounding through the left foot, right foot steps back this time. Find our twisted lunge. And keeping the twist, ground through that left foot, right foot steps back up, and come up to your toes, and start to lower that bum. So staying here, or if it's in your practice for side crow on this side, maybe give that a whirl. And then we'll meet back in our twisted chair, pushing through the toes, lowering the heels to the mat, coming back, forward fold. Shake those legs out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, rise up. Exhale, right back down, forward fold. Plant the hands, feet step or hop back. High plank. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lowering all the way down. Inhale, heart shines forward. Exhale, heart meets the mat. Pushing back, child's pose. Couple breaths here in child's pose. One more balancing asana here for you. So coming up to the toes, shifting back, finding Malasana one more time. So we're flat on our feet here. Heels are in, toes are slightly pointing out. And from our Malasana pose, again taking those rocks back and forth, side to side. Heart is shining forward though, we're not hinging forward. And if it is in your practice to find crow, this is a great place to find crow here at the end of practice. So if you haven't tried crow before, and you want to give it a whirl, maybe grab your block and place it in front of your head, because sometimes that's the biggest fear, is that we're going to go plunk and knock our head right on the mat. So maybe place your block there. Hands are nice and the fingertips are nice and wide and spread out. And we bring the knees in toward the armpits, so they're actually pressing into our tricep area. And maybe start with just raising one foot off of the mat, then the other. Now gaze is off toward that block. We don't want to tuck the gaze behind us, because then we'll do a somersault, which is fantastic in itself, but not what we're going for. So try to peek at the block. Breathe. Raise those toes up off of the mat, either one at a time or together, but really push those knees into the triceps. Love that pose. So if you've tried crow and you're ready for a little bit of a break, we're going to find our child's pose one more time. So knees are wide, sending the hips back. Arms are long, and we're finding our breath. And then as you're ready, shift forward. I'm going to take a little bit different version of our boat pose tonight. So sitting up nice and tall, heart is shining forward, bottoms of the feet start on the mat. And then we'll go ahead and we will just straighten the right leg a little bit, and then straighten the left and cross the left over the right so the ankles are crossed. Heart is still shining forward. We're sitting up nice and tall. And then we're going to take that right hand and place it on the outside of that right foot. And from here, beginning to straighten the legs. Maybe they'll straighten a lot or a little, or not at all, doesn't really matter. But we're still sitting nice and tall. And then maybe taking that left hand and sending it out behind us, and sending the gaze toward those left fingertips. Find your breath. Coming back to center, releasing down. We'll take it off to the other side. So this time, right leg crosses over the left. Left hand to the outside of that left foot. Begin to straighten the legs. Maybe take that right arm out behind, and the gaze follows it. And we're breathing, yes? Everyone's breathing? Okay. And come back to center. Give those knees a nice squeeze in. And then as you're ready, lowering all the way down onto your back. And we'll find reclined pigeon. So the bottom of the left foot on the mat, right knee on the right, or on the left ankle, no. Right ankle on the left knee. And option is to either stay here and take the right hand and just gently push against the right knee, or bringing the hands behind that left thigh or in front of that left knee. Flex that right foot. So taking as much or as little out of this stretch as you need. All kinds of options. And releasing any grip that you might have. And then lower both legs off to the left-hand side. Arms come straight out to either side. Gaze is off to the right, so taking a nice twist here. If there's a different version of a twist that you'd rather take what it is that you need. Finding that breath. way back to center and switch out those legs. So bottom of the right foot on the mat, left ankle to right knee, and then taking whichever version of this stretch that you want. And then releasing any grip that you might have, taking your twist. And then we have 4 minutes left of practice. I actually went over by 5 minutes. But we have a few minutes left here of practice. So finding whatever it is that your body needs, whether it's an inversion or if you prefer to enter right into Shavasana, go ahead and take whatever it is that you need, and I will gently wake you up at about 20 after 6. So once you find your Shavasana, settle in and just really take that time that your body deserves to really soak in all of the goodness from practice. Shavasana is a time for your body and your mind to be completely at rest. So don't worry about watching the time. I will wake you. Bringing some gentle life back into the body by wiggling the fingertips and toes, maybe gently rotating the ankles and the wrists. And as you're ready, making your way to seated at the top of the mat, or if you'd prefer to stay in Shavasana for the end of practice, that is completely up to you. Take what you need. But wherever you are, let's take one more nice big inhale and an audible exhale. Thank you so much for coming and joining this community tonight on this beautiful Wednesday night. I appreciate each and every one of you and the fact that you are taking time for yourself. With much gratitude and respect, I bow to you and say the word that means to me, the inner light in me sees and honors the inner light in each and every one of you. So with that, again, with much gratitude and respect to each and every one of you, I bow to you and say, Namaste. Thank you all for joining me for Slow Power. Hope you had a great time, and I look forward to seeing you again. Have a great rest of your week.